Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Larry, Packmasters Dog Training here. I want to talk to you guys a little bit something here. I started kind of doing an experiment close to a year ago. I wanted to have a lot of dogs under my belt with what I was doing to see if it really did make such a difference. Because the first couple dogs that I did it with, it was a tremendous improvement on speed of results and appearance of results, And so I said, I'm going to take my time and do a long experiment with a lot of dogs and see how this goes. So a while back, I made a video, kind of, I think I called it something like How Dogs Learn, and where I talked about soak time, where when we're teaching the dog something new, how, after a short session, how we put the dog away and we let him rest, and when we bring it out, the dog does a little better. I talked about that. Well, I had done an experiment, a little more on a longer term experiment with that a while back with Luca, and I made a video about it. And what I did was, when I'm teaching something difficult to a dog, when we hit a wall and start struggling a little bit, I'll take a whole week off where we do nothing. Sometimes even 2 weeks where we do absolutely nothing. Just let the dog let his mind relax and rest. And what happens is, when we start back up, the dog is always better, 100% better, and much further along in what we were trying to teach than before. And it works every time. It really does. So with Luca, when I was trying to teach him a reverse handstand, it's kind of a difficult thing to teach. I wanted to try something. And what I did was, when he started struggling towards the end, where we were to remove all objects and have him go up on a wall, I did nothing with him for a whole month. Like for 30 days, absolutely nothing. I mean, no training, no nothing, just let him be a dog. And what happened was, it was pretty awesome, actually. It blew my mind. But the first time I took him out to do something, the second I took him close to the wall of my house, he went right up into a reverse handstand, did it perfectly on the house. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, it was pretty incredible. So my theory on extending the rest periods really was beneficial, and it was amazing. And I did make a video on that if you guys want to go search for it. I think it was called How Dogs Learn or something like that. So about a year ago, I wanted to try something new, kind of along that line. So what I did was, when I started the e-collar conditioning with the board and train, I do 3-week board and trains. What I did was, instead of doing it every day and really getting in a ton of repetitions every day, teaching the dog the meaning of the e-collar, I switched to every other day. So for instance, the first day I'd start the e-collar training, I'd do everything normal, like I normally do, the regular process. But the following day, there'd be no e-collar work at all. It would just be all motivational training, all luring and marking and food-based training. So no e-collar at all. But even to go a little further, on the days where there was no e-collar, I would separate the sessions, the short sessions, where one session we would use rewards, food-based rewards, toy-based rewards, praise, whatever. The next session, there would be no rewards. Just the act of doing the commands and training. And I would do that all day long through the short sessions. And then the following day, I'd go back to conditioning to the e-collar, and then so on and so on for the whole process. And the first couple of dogs I did it with, I saw a ridiculous improvement, like really tremendous results. And I said, I'm going to do this for a while. I'm going to get a lot of dogs done, and just to see how consistent it is. So it's been almost a year now, and I have to tell you, the results have been through the roof. Absolutely fantastic. And so I've spent the last several years, the last 10 years at least, always trying to improve my programs, what I do. How can I get better results faster with a happier dog that's most convenient for me? So I try to touch on all those things. Even the way I write my programs for clients, it's always been, how can I make them better, faster, where the dog's happier and more convenient for me? Because that's the ultimate goal. If, at least for me it is. I want to love every minute of the process. And so the happier we are as a trainer, the happier the dog's going to be, the happier the client's going to be, okay? So we want everyone to win in this process. And so if I stumble upon something that I'm trying that works real well, I share it. And if you guys have no interest in it, that's okay. But if someone does have interest in it, I want them to give it a shot. And if the results weren't absolutely fantastic, I wouldn't share it. I would just say, okay, we'll try something new. But I got to tell you, folks, it's been absolutely amazing. So going back to soak time, when you are working on something, even before I ever started doing that, in my normal board and trains, I'll take a day off during the week where I do nothing with the dog. Just let him be a dog. No training. I give him a total break from training and just hang out, and that's always beneficial. But it's kind of like anything, I guess. If you're into fitness or lifting weights or anything, giving yourself a break never hurts. You always come back stronger and sharper and better, but it's the same thing with the dog training. At least in my experience, it's been tremendously beneficial. So if you want to try something new, give that a shot. Okay, once you start conditioning with the e-collar, do it every other day. On the off days, work a lot of motivational training and go back and forth and see how it works. And maybe it's not just the e-collar training, it's whatever tool you're using. Maybe try the same thing but mix it up. But if you think about where we're at today, guys, in dog training, think about it. I bet you 30 years ago, when people were training at a high level, they probably thought that it couldn't get any better, right? We're doing everything we can. And in the past 30 years, training has gotten better and better and better and easier on the dog and more pleasant for both handler and dog. So we have to keep pushing and looking for new ways to increase what we do. And that's going to keep everyone going hard and motivated and happy and keep us all training dogs for a very long time, hopefully. So give it a shot. Let me know how it works for you, all right? Peace.